Next month we have, some of you know him, some of you won't, this guy called Ryan Nash. He's an American poet, he's a very good poet. We also have Paul Solomoni, who's sat here. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Sure.
Yes. And he's a kind of comic poet, and he's going to come and do some comedic poetry for you. We have Natalia Lincoln, who was here. I think she may have left. Yeah, probably. She's performing next week. We have a very special guest again from England. That's a guy called Cloud Fist. I know it sounds a bit weird, but he came and did a slam over in Berlin. He's very good friends with Paula Varjak. I don't know if you've seen her perform, you probably have. And he's basically her producer, and he's coming over to do some poetry, and he's going to do some rhymes and some MCing, which is very exciting. We also have music from Ryan Jacobs and Carrie Irving, who are doing this cross thing. Okay, well, while you're all here, I'd just like to say, as I said, we've been here 1 year now, so if everyone would just raise their glass just for a second and say thank you very much to Laura for having a bunch of drunken poets in her establishment at least once a month. She puts up with us fuckers coming here and getting real drunk. So, Prost, happy birthday, and all that jazz.
Beatstreet is nothing without Robert Grant. I'm prepared. I spent a month in England recently, and I found some old letters the family's been storing for no reason whatsoever. This I wrote when I was probably, I don't know. To James and Louise, I am having a lovely time at Bognor Butlins, and I hope that you two are all right too. On Sunday, the day after we got here, we went to the beach, and Michael got a crab. I actually wrote crap and corrected it. And it is very big. We are keeping the crab in our room. XXX, love from Paul. I think on the same holiday, I sent another one. To Mum and Dad, we are having a lovely time, and we hope that you're having a lovely time too. Working in London, you know. We have just had our tea. I hope you are not having any trouble with James. And that's all it is. So, back from holiday, you go back to London, where we all live. And at school, I don't know which school this was. I went to many schools. I didn't like school. I kept leaving them. This is called Poem. I've lived in London for most of my life, and I don't like it much. I don't like the kids with their bother boots and their punk songs that all sound alike. I don't like the tramps who ask for the price of a cuppa, though we know it will just go on their next beer. God, what a little sod I was, man. The big buildings and smoke, the grey sky dotted with dirty pigeons, the holes in the road, and the rumbling lorries that wake me at night. My front yard is a demolition site, my backyard an office block. I go on holiday every year and see the fields and the farms and sea. Then I come back to where I live and feel sad. I'm just going to read one more. It's called Uncle Peter. I have an uncle who went to America about 3 years ago to sell a double-decker bus. We have not seen him since. We sometimes receive short letters telling us about the trouble he is in, the job he has got, or about his various financial problems. Uncle Peter is about 38 years old, but he looked the last time I saw him, like a middle-aged layabout. He is shabby in appearance, doesn't shave very much, and has a nose that makes the rest of his strong red face look off balance. He walks rather like my dad, covering a great distance with long, ungainly strides. but he is not as civil or as intelligent looking. He used to drink almost as much as my granddad, but I don't know if he can afford the beer and whiskey now. When he used to visit us in London after travelling from Weston-super-Mare, either to complete a shifty deal or to avoid his local police force, my brothers and I would become very excited. He would bring us presents, crack jokes, and laugh a wonderful, hoarse, roaring laugh. He would also give some pocket money to my brothers and me when he left. When Uncle Peter came to stay with my family 3 years ago, he suddenly announced, "I'm off to America with a mate tomorrow to sell that double-decker bus." We turned into a mobile home. We should be back in about 6 months. He never came back. Should make a bomb or two out there, Ken. That's my dad. My dad looked embarrassed because my mum was obviously disgusted. "What about Edna and the kids?" he asked, and my mum looked interestedly at her drop-out brother-in-law. "Oh, they'll be all right." How does he speak in Western Superman? "They'll be all right," Uncle said. "We'll be back a rich man in 6 months, and the missus won't be complaining then." Edna divorced her husband a couple of months ago, and I doubt very much if Peter even knows. Okay, Uncle Peter is a very extrovert man who likes to do adventurous things. My parents think that he is immoral and selfish. The fact that he deserted his young family certainly proves that. He is, I suppose, a sort of adult, artful dodger with a Western accent, who is at this moment travelling across the Wild West with a drinking friend and a pink elephant with 2 decks. He has had a lot of trouble with the police over there, and a few months ago he tore his buff roof right off against a low railway bridge. Now he cannot even return to a non-existent home because of visa trouble. Despite his many bad habits and deeds, however, I like Uncle Peter and hope I meet him at least once more before one of his harebrained schemes blows up in his face. Thank you very much.